Welcome to my channel Official History of Coins. In today's exploration, we uncover the 4 Franklin half-dollar coins that stand apart from the rest. While this mid-century series is known for its accessible silver and classic design, a select few dates hold the key to extraordinary value and rarity. Let's get started. The 1951 Franklin half-dollar stands as a captivating cornerstone for advanced numismatists, representing not just the inaugural year of a beloved series, but a significant challenge due to its elusive high-grade specimens. While minted in substantial quantities for circulation, the coin's true stature and formidable value are revealed exclusively in the realms of mint state and proof conditions, where pristine examples command profound respect and considerable financial commitment. Its appeal is multifaceted, rooted in a rich mid-century design, a tangible link to post-war America, and a persistent market demand driven by series specialists and type coin collectors alike. This combination of historical weight and conditional scarcity ensures its enduring status as a highly sought-after prize, far transcending its face value and occupying a prestigious niche in the landscape of modern silver commemoratives. Historically, the 1951 issue emerged during a period of national confidence and transition, introduced to honor Benjamin Franklin, one of America's most revered founding fathers. Authorized to replace the Walking Liberty half-dollar, the series marked a departure from allegorical female figures to a portrait of a specific statesman, reflecting a post-war desire to celebrate concrete national achievements and icons. The year 1951 itself saw a nation fully engaged in the Korean War and experiencing an economic boom, with these coins circulating amidst a society shifting towards consumerism and global leadership. Struck at 3 mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, the coin does not directly commemorate a single event, but rather embodies the enduring ideals of frugality, ingenuity, and civic virtue that Franklin represented, making it a piece of ideological currency as much as a medium of exchange. Artistically, the coin presents a clean, modern aesthetic conceived by Chief Engraver John R. Sinek. The obverse features a confident right-facing portrait of Franklin, with the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" prominently displayed. The reverse is dominated by the iconic Liberty Bell, flanked by a small eagle mandated by law, a feature often criticized as an awkward addition, but now cherished as a distinctive element of the series. Struck in 90% silver, its substantial weight and diameter of 30.6 millimeters give it a satisfying heft. In gem uncirculated or proof condition, the coin's visual appeal is stunning. The fields become deeply mirrored or lustrous, and the intricate details of Franklin's hair and the cracks in the Liberty Bell emerge with sharp, frosty contrast, showcasing mid-20th century minting craftsmanship at its finest. The rarity of the 1951 half-dollar is almost entirely conditional. With a total mintage exceeding 16 million coins across all mints, it is abundantly common in worn grades. However, in the uncompromising world of high-grade collecting, the population plummets. Coins that entered circulation quickly acquired bag marks and abrasions due to their large surfaces, making examples grading MS, 66, or higher exceptionally scarce. The proof versions, though minted in smaller numbers, also survive in limited quantities with flawless surfaces. This dramatic disparity between circulated abundance and mint state scarcity creates a classic numismatic scenario where demand fiercely outpaces the supply of top-tier specimens, elevating the 1951 issue from a mundane find to a celebrated key date in superior condition. In today's market, a collector must be prepared for a significant investment to secure a premium example. A common 1951 half-dollar in circulated condition holds minimal numismatic premium, but the market escalates rapidly with grade. A specimen certified MS 65 can command a price between $150 and $300, while the jump to MS 66 sees values soar into the $1,200 to $2,000 range. For the pinnacle of preservation, a gem MS 67 can easily reach $4,000 to $6,000 or more at auction, particularly for well-struck examples with superb eye appeal. The proof versions, especially those with deep cameo contrast, also occupy this high-value tier, with prices consistently starting around $2,500 for PR66 and climbing steeply from there, reflecting their status as pristine artifacts of the inaugural year. For the serious collector, pursuing this coin requires a strategy centered on verification and patience. Always seek examples certified by top-tier grading services like PCGS or NGC, as their encapsulation guarantees authenticity and accurately assesses the condition, which is paramount for value. When examining a certified coin, look beyond the grade to the eye appeal, the strength of strike on Franklin's hair and the bell, the originality of the toning, and the absence of distracting marks. Acquiring such a piece is best done through established numismatic auction houses or reputable dealers with proven expertise in modern silver. Engaging with specialized collector communities focused on Franklin halves can also provide invaluable leads and market intelligence. Long-term care is crucial for preserving both the coin's surface and its value. Even in a holder, the coin should be stored in a climate-controlled environment, safe from excessive humidity and direct sunlight, which can lead to tone development or, worse, corrosion. Handling the encapsulated coin by its edges is still advisable. Building a relationship with a trusted numismatist can provide not only access to superior pieces, but also guidance on market timing, as values for conditional rarities can fluctuate with broader economic trends and collector enthusiasm. A disciplined approach to acquisition, focusing on quality over quantity, will yield the most satisfying and financially sound result. It is also wise to understand the nuances within the 1951 date. While no dramatic over-mint mark errors exist like the subsequent 1955 Bugs Bunny, subtle varieties and strike differences can affect value. Coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint lack a mint mark, while those from Denver, D, and San Francisco, S, carry theirs above the bell's yoke. Generally, the Philadelphia issues in high grades are the most challenging to find with exceptional surfaces, often making them the most coveted by completists. Discerning collectors will compare specimens from all three mints, recognizing that a beautifully preserved 1951 D-graded MS 66+ might offer more aesthetic satisfaction and potential than a blandly struck 1951 at the same technical grade. The enduring appeal of the 1951 Franklin $half lies in this perfect storm of accessibility and elite challenge. It is a coin that invites every collector to own a piece of the series beginning, yet reserves its ultimate expressions for those with a discerning eye and committed purse. It serves as a bridge between the classic silver coinage of the early 20th century and the more modern commemorative issues that would follow, encapsulating a specific moment in American design and history. As a tangible asset, its silver content provides a foundational value, while its numismatic premium, especially in gem grades, has demonstrated resilient appreciation over decades, outperforming many more common issues. Ultimately, securing a high-grade 1951 Franklin half is more than an acquisition. It is an admission into an advanced echelon of collecting. It represents a triumph of preservation over probability, a testament to the pursuit of perfection within a series that celebrated American pragmatism and innovation. For the historian, it is a silver document of the 1950s, for the artist, a study in modernist portraiture, and for the investor, a proven store of value with limited downside due to its metallic content and collectible upside. It remains, therefore, a quintessential target for the dedicated numismatist, a common coin made profoundly uncommon by the relentless passage of time and the uncompromising standards of preservation. Next coin within the seemingly uniform series of Franklin $half, the 1954 issue emerges as a study in deceptive scarcity, a coin whose substantial mintage belies a profound rarity in the upper echelons of preservation. For the sophisticated numismatist, this date represents one of the most formidable condition challenges of the entire run, creating an intense pursuit for specimens that survive the rigors of mid-century commerce without the myriad of bag marks and abrasions typical of the series. Its appeal is not rooted in a low mintage figure, but in the exceptional difficulty of locating examples with superb surfaces and full, frosty mint luster, making it a centerpiece for registry set competitors and a prize that commands deep respect and substantial capital in today's market. By 1954, The Franklin half-dollar was a familiar fixture in American pockets and cash registers, minted during a year of economic expansion and growing Cold War tensions. The coin continued to honor the legacy of Benjamin Franklin, a symbol of prudent statesmanship that resonated in an era focused on containment and domestic prosperity. Striking occurred at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, with the latter producing proofs for collectors. This year is notable for being the last before a major design modification. In 1955, the mint would reinforce the details on Franklin's cheek, making the pre-1955 issues like this one part of a distinct earlier subtype. Thus, the 1954 coin sits at the cusp of a subtle but collectible design change, marking the end of the original minting style. The coin's design, by John R. Sinek, is consistent with the series, a portrait of Franklin on the obverse and the Liberty Bell with a small eagle on the reverse. What sets apart a premium 1954 specimen is the quality of the strike and the preservation of its pristine surfaces. On high-grade examples, the intricate strands of hair above Franklin's temple and the delicate lines of the Liberty Bell's crack must be sharply defined, a feat often compromised by softly struck dies. The coin's 90% silver composition lends it a brilliant, white luster when fully preserved, and the absence of contact marks on its broad, flat fields is the primary determinant of its elite status and value. The rarity of the 1954 issue is almost exclusively a function of grade. With a combined mintage of over 13 million coins from Philadelphia and Denver, it is abundantly common in circulated grades. However, the survival of examples in MS-66 and especially MS-67 condition is astonishingly low. Circulation strikes were notoriously prone to abrasions from mint bags and handling, and the coin saw heavy commercial use. Consequently, while thousands exist in lower mint state grades, populations in PCGS and NGC holders at the MS-66 level number in the low hundreds, and at MS-67, they plummet to mere dozens. This extreme conditional scarcity, particularly for the Philadelphia issue without a mint mark, transforms an otherwise ordinary date into a numismatic landmark. The market value for a standard 1954 half-dollar in MS-63 or MS-64 is modest, often between $50 and $150. The financial landscape changes dramatically at MS-66, where prices typically begin around $1,800 and can extend to $3,000 for a coin with exceptional eye appeal. For the pinnacle grade MS-67, the market enters a rarefied tier. Auction results consistently show prices ranging from $4,500 to well over $6,000, with record sales pushing toward the $10,000 mark for the finest known examples. The 1954 proof, while more available in high grades, also holds significant value, with cameo and deep cameo proofs starting around $1,200 for PR-66 and escalating from there. Acquiring a high-end 1954 Franklin half demands a meticulous and patient approach. Certification by PCGS or NGC is non-negotiable, as it authenticates the date, verifies the grade, and protects against alterations or cleaning. Collectors should prioritize eye appeal over the numerical grade alone. A coin with vibrant, unbroken luster and minimal distracting marks is preferable to a technically graded piece with dull surfaces. Engaging with established auction houses that specialize in U.S. coinage or building a relationship with a dealer known for quality Franklin halves is the most reliable path to acquisition. Networking within specialist collecting societies can also provide advanced notice when superior specimens become available. Proper stewardship of such a coin is paramount to maintaining its value. Even within its tamper-evident holder, it should be stored in a stable, low-humidity environment away from direct light. For the serious collector, integrating this coin into a focused set, such as a Top Pop Franklin series or a condition-ranked collection of post-war silver, adds contextual value beyond its individual worth. Understanding the subtle market dynamics for conditional rarities is key. Values can be influenced by new population report data or the appearance of a finer graded example, making ongoing market education part of the collector's journey. Ultimately, the 1954 Franklin half-dollar embodies the core principle that in numismatics, quality reigns supreme. It is a testament to survival against the odds, a common date made extraordinary through impeccable preservation. It challenges collectors to look beyond mintage figures and appreciate the brutal economics of grade distribution. As a holding, it represents a confluence of historical silver coinage, artistic merit, and extreme scarcity, factors that have consistently driven its appreciation. For the discerning collector, securing a gem MS 66 or MS 67 1954 half is not merely a purchase, but an accomplishment, securing a legendary condition rarity that stands as a benchmark within one of America's most iconic mid-century coin series. 3 coin among the Franklin HalfDollar series. The 1956 issue occupies a distinct and paradoxical position, being both plentiful in circulation strikes and home to one of the series' most celebrated and valuable varieties. While a typical 1956 HalfDollar is indeed common, the true numismatic zenith for this date is found in its proof specimens, particularly those exhibiting the extraordinary cameo or deep cameo contrast. This attribute, resulting from specialized minting techniques that create frosted, sculpted devices against mirror-like fields, elevates the 1956 proof Franklin half into a realm of exceptional desirability and significant financial worth, making it a cornerstone for specialists in modern proof coinage. The year 1956 found America in the thick of the prosperous post-war era, with the Franklin HalfDollar well established in commerce. This coin, minted to honor the 250th anniversary of Benjamin Franklin's birth, circulated during a time of burgeoning interstate travel, the dawn of the space race, and a cultural focus on innovation, themes Franklin himself embodied. Proof coins of this year were struck exclusively at the Philadelphia Mint, packaged in special plastic cases, and sold directly to collectors, representing a deliberate and refined product of the U.S. Mint aimed at preserving the highest standard of numismatic art for posterity. They are tangible artifacts of mid-century American collecting enthusiasm. The design maintains the standard Franklin motif by John R. Sinek, but in proof format, its artistic potential is fully realized. A standard brilliant proof possesses mirrored fields, but the coveted cameo designation is awarded to coins that display a pronounced visual distinction. The raised elements, Franklin's portrait, the lettering, the Liberty Bell, are frosty and textured, standing in stark, dramatic relief against a perfectly liquid mirror background. This effect is achieved through meticulous polishing of the coin dies and careful handling of planchets. On a 1956 proof, when this contrast is intense and the surfaces are flawlessly preserved, the coin transforms into a miniature masterpiece of medallic art, with a depth and vitality unseen on business strikes. The fundamental rarity of the 1956 proof HalfDollar is not in its mintage. Over 669,000 proofs were struck, a substantial figure, but in the scarcity of examples that retain the full, dramatic cameo contrast in top grades. The frosting on the devices, a fragile characteristic, is often diminished or lost due to cleaning, excessive handling, or simply the wear on the dies during the striking process. Consequently, while many proofs exist in high numerical grades, those certified as deep cameo or ultra cameo in grades of PR 66 and above are genuinely rare. A collector is not merely seeking a high-grade proof. They are pursuing a specific and exceptional visual presentation within that category, a quest that dramatically narrows the field of acceptable specimens. The market valuation for a 1956 proof HalfDollar is a tale of two extremes. A typical brilliant proof without cameo contrast, even in PR 66 condition, might trade in the $100 to $200 range. However, the introduction of the coveted cameo CM designation changes the equation entirely. A PR 66 CM example can command a price between $1,500 and $2,500. The pinnacle, a deep cameo DCM specimen in PR 67, regularly achieves prices from $3,800 to $5,500 in major auctions, with exceptional pieces or those graded PR 68 reaching toward and exceeding $6,000. This premium is a direct reflection of the intense demand from top-tier registry set collectors for whom visual perfection is the ultimate goal. For a collector targeting this coin, expertise and verification are paramount. Purchasing a coin already certified and designated as Cameo or Deep Cameo by either PCGS or NGC is the only prudent path, as these designations are consistently recognized in the marketplace. When evaluating a certified coin, one should examine the actual strength of the contrast. A coin with a stark, white, frosted design against a black mirror field will always be more desirable than one with a muted, grayish cameo effect. Building a relationship with a dealer who specializes in modern proofs or participating in auctions hosted by firms with a strong numismatic reputation are the best strategies for acquisition. Long-term preservation of such a coin focuses on protecting its surfaces from environmental threats. While encapsulated, it should be stored away from high humidity and never subjected to any attempt at improving its appearance, as even gentle wiping can degrade the delicate cameo frost. For the investor, the 1956 proof Franklin half with strong cameo contrast represents a compelling segment of the market, as it combines the inherent value of silver with a collectible premium driven by aesthetics and condition rarity, factors that have historically shown resilience and appreciation, independent of bullion price fluctuations. In conclusion, the 1956 Franklin $half, in its ultimate proof cameo form, transcends its role as mere currency or even a common collectible. It is a deliberate artistic achievement of the U.S. Mint, a survivor of exacting standards, and a trophy for the connoisseur. It teaches that within a high mintage series, supreme value is often dictated not by how many were made, but by how few were made to an exquisite standard and survived in a state of visual perfection. This coin, therefore, stands as a brilliant testament to the pursuit of quality, offering a blend of historical American symbolism, breathtaking numismatic artistry, and solid investment merit for the discerning collector. Second coin, the 1960 Franklin $half represents the poignant final chapter of its series, a coin minted in the last full year of the design's production before its abrupt replacement in 1963. For collectors, this date carries a powerful narrative weight, marking the end of an era in U.S. coinage and serving as a direct precursor to the Kennedy $half that would soon captivate a mourning nation. While not rare in circulated grades, its significance and the intense demand for pristine, gem-quality examples have cemented its status as a key date for condition-focused collectors, with specific varieties commanding impressive premiums that reflect its historical position and outstanding eye appeal in the highest echelons of preservation. Historically, the 1960 Franklin half was struck during a period of transition and anticipation. The nation was on the cusp of a new decade, with a presidential election looming and cultural shifts accelerating. The coin, bearing the likeness of a founding father, circulated alongside the final series of silver coins that would soon be radically altered by rising bullion prices and tragic events. All business strikes were produced at the Denver Mint, identified by a small D above the bell's yoke, while proofs came from Philadelphia. This minting structure makes the 1960 D the sole circulation strike issue for the year, adding to its collectible focus, and positions these coins as the final Franklins to see widespread, everyday use before the series was discontinued. The coin's design is the familiar and elegant work of John R. Cynic, featuring the bespectacled portrait of Benjamin Franklin on the obverse and the Liberty Bell with the mandatory small eagle on the reverse. In gem uncirculated condition, the visual appeal of a 1960 D can be extraordinary. High-grade specimens often exhibit a brilliant, satiny luster and a remarkably sharp strike, particularly on Franklin's hair and the delicate details of the bell. The absence of the bag marks that plague earlier dates is more common with this later issue, allowing for spectacular surfaces that showcase the Mint's technical proficiency at the series end. For proofs, the deep mirrored fields and frosted devices create a stunning cameo effect that is highly sought after. The primary rarity of the 1960 issue is not found in overall mintage. The Denver Mint struck over 18 million pieces, but in the conditional scarcity of the highest grade examples and a specific, dramatic variety. The legendary 1960 D small date variety is one of the great rarities of the entire Franklin series. distinguished by a noticeably smaller date numeral that is level with identicals and a different font. This variety was created early in the minting process and is exceedingly scarce, especially in mint state. Beyond this variety, regular 1960, D halves in grades of MS, 66 and above are genuinely elusive, as most coins entered circulation, and truly pristine survivors are far fewer than the mintage suggests. The market for a regular 1960 D Franklin half in MS 65 is modest, typically ranging from $50 to $100. However, the value escalates dramatically with each incremental grade increase due to conditional scarcity. A superb gem MS 66 can command prices between $1,200 and $1,800, while a top pop MS 67 regularly achieves $3,000 to $4,500 at auction. For the fabled small date variety, prices enter another stratosphere entirely. Even in lower mint state grades, this variety starts at several $1,000s, with gem examples easily reaching $15,000 to $25,000, far exceeding our stated range but underscoring its status as the series king. Proofs with deep cameo contrast also hold significant value, with PR 66 DCM examples starting around $1,500 and climbing steadily. Pursuing a high-grade 1960 Franklin half requires a focused strategy. For the regular 1960 D, certification by PCGS or NGC is essential to confirm the grade and surface quality. Collectors should seek coins with vibrant, original luster and a full strike, paying particular attention to the bell's details. For anyone venturing into the small date variety, professional certification is an absolute necessity to authenticate this significant premium variety. Acquiring such coins is best done through established numismatic auction houses or specialist dealers who can provide proven expertise and market history. Engaging with Franklin HalfDollar collector clubs can offer invaluable insights and potential leads on high-quality specimens coming to market. Proper stewardship of these final year coins is crucial. They should be stored in a stable, dry environment in their protective holders, shielded from harsh light and temperature extremes. For the collector, a gem 1960 D serves as a perfect bookend to a Franklin series, representing the culmination of the design's production run. Its value is bolstered by both its historical narrative as the last circulating Franklin and its inherent scarcity and flawless condition, factors that provide a strong foundation for long-term appreciation. In summary, the 1960 Franklin HalfDollar is a coin of closure and consequence. It is a tangible piece of the past on the brink of profound change, a final tribute to a foundational American icon before a new hero took its place. Whether as a superb example of a common date in an uncommon state of preservation or as the holy grail small date variety, it commands respect and significant investment. It appeals to the historian, the completist, and the conditioned census competitor alike, solidifying its place as a desirable and valuable cornerstone in the collection of any serious student of 20th century American numismatics.